Good evening. Welcome to the Tuesday, May 18th, 2021 School Committee meeting. As always, these meetings are audio and video recorded. I call this meeting to order, and we'll start with introductions to my left.
Natalie Barrow, Student Representative.
Rob Mullen, School Committee Member.
Good evening, Mike Moran, School Committee Member.
Good evening, Mark Branco, Assistant Superintendent.
Hi, Mike Flanagan, Superintendent.
Ryan McMahon.
Becky Stanton.
Julie Guastucci.
Anthony Tenarella.
Jeff Bowe.
Joe Messina, Business Administrator.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will seek a motion to approve the 4/28/2021 Negotiation Subcommittee Executive Session Minutes, April 30th, 2021 Superintendent's Evaluation Subcommittee Minutes, May 4th, 2021 Superintendent's Evaluation Subcommittee Minutes, May 4th, 2021 School Committee Minutes, May 4th, 2021 Executive Session Minutes not to be released at this time.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It carries 7-0-0. Correspondence?
None at this time, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Visitors, comments, and questions? I see none. Share the success. Natalie?
At TES, Friday, May 28th will be the last day for most of the THS interns. Mrs. Kavanaugh said that we wish the 11 seniors the best of luck in their future educational endeavors. In a short amount of time, they have made a significant impact at TES, and they will surely be missed. TES has been busy planning and preparing for their traditional end-of-the-year events, including the THS Senior Walk, Field Day, 5th Grade Fun Day, and Moving On Celebration and Move Up Day. They look forward to celebrating the students, their achievements, and having lots of fun. Mrs. Kavanaugh would like to invite everyone to come and celebrate by eating rainbow bagels and drinking smoothies as you enjoy viewing original coffee cup artwork created by the 5th grade artists from Tyngsborough Elementary School. From Vincent van Gogh to Andy Warhol to Walt Disney, the list of more than 100 artist-inspired cups is sure to make you smile. In this challenging pandemic year, faced with a closed art studio, hybrid learning, hard on a cart, social distancing, friends in quarantine, just to name a few, nothing prevented these artists from embracing each challenge to grow creatively and excel, as Mrs. Kavanaugh said. At TMS, Drop Dead Juliet was a big success as the middle schoolers' one-act play. Mr. Pollard said that the students were phenomenal and received huge kudos from the judges. Their next performance is Cinderella, and it's from June 11th to the 13th. They have MCAS testing coming up the first week of June with activity/field day plans for each grade level in the afternoons after their testing. Their moving on ceremony is planned for 11 a.m. on June 11th, and they are hoping to have a beautiful day for all the families and students to enjoy. And at THS, they are celebrating Spirit Week at this high school. Each grade has chosen different themes in which the entire grade dresses to coordinate with the themes chosen for those various days. The seniors are looking forward to Decision Day or Career Day, where the seniors will be wearing college gear supporting their college choices. And the seniors have officially begun the countdown to graduation. As June 4th, graduation day approaches, many exciting things are happening. Senior week activities are planned and are as follows. Each of the days will begin with graduation practice. Tuesday, June 1st, the seniors will be going on a tour of Fenway Park and also visiting Faneuil Hall. Wednesday, we will be going to Kimball Farm for a luncheon under the tents. Yearbook signing will take place there, and the class will also spend the day there enjoying all the amusements offered. And on Thursday, the class will head to Hampton Beach for a day of fun in the sun. And Friday, there will be a barbecue for the class at THS. And Friday is also graduation night, and the seniors are expected to arrive at THS by 5:30 for pizza. The senior prom will be taking place in an Ocean View Ballroom at the Blue Ocean Event Center at Salisbury Beach on Monday, June 7th. Prom will take place from 7 to 11. It has been decided that there will not be a pre-prom event this year, as we have had to navigate our way through all the challenging COVID-19 restrictions. The senior class is incredibly grateful to the administration and advisors for working so hard to make sure that a prom was possible for our class, and we honestly can't wait. And senior exams begin next week. MCAS and AP exams took place earlier this month. The Academic Excellence Ceremony is this coming Thursday. Senior Awards Night is next Thursday, May 27th. And Mr. Eichen and the THS faculty are excited to celebrate the class of 2021 over the coming weeks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Subcommittee update? Budget Subcommittee?
We met as a budget subcommittee today. This was our first official meeting as a subcommittee. We reviewed the current status of the fiscal 21 budget and specifically discussed the DESE contract and billings. We did vote to allow the school business administrator to continue to negotiate our current year contract for the busing, considering that we had some non-use of the buses during COVID. So more to come on that as Mr. Messina continues to work with DBus. We also discussed briefly about the fiscal 22 budget and the votes that will be coming up. We'll be having a public hearing at our next meeting to answer any questions from the town about our budget. And then hopefully we'll be able to vote on our budget at the next meeting.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Negotiations update. We are in the middle of negotiations with Unit A, and we will begin negotiations with Unit D on the 24th. We'll discuss more of this in executive session later. Personnel. Notification of resignation, June 15, 2021. TES teacher Amber Edmonds with 1 year of service. Notification of request for maternity leave, TES teacher Elizabeth Adams. Expected start date September 2nd, 2021. Unfinished business, TPS COVID-19 update. Dr. Flanagan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We'll jump right into the slide deck for this week. So as we get to the first slide, actually the third slide with information on it, we're pretty happy about this. We achieved this milestone yesterday. Happy to announce that we're still there today. There are 0 active positive cases in the Tyngsborough Public Schools, so we're very pleased with that. So that's a nice sight to see and share with the community. As we look at the next slide, we also are happy to see the trend here. We're down to 2.91% as a community positivity rate in the last 14 days with 22 active cases. We are hopeful and cautiously optimistic that that number will trend down again this Thursday. So we're excited about the direction that we are taking as a state and a community. It's just reflective of everything that's going on around us, so we're very confident with that. As we look at the next slide, again, the quarantine numbers, when we don't have positive cases, they're way down. So these are all quarantine issues that are outside of the school. So again, in very good shape. As we go to the next slide, I thought it was important to bring back an old friend, our context and data slide. Our goal all year has been to return students and staff to in-person school experience as soon as possible in a safe learning environment while following guidelines grounded in science and data. And the reason this slide is here is because as we move to the next slide, Dr. Branco, yesterday we received updated DESE mask guidance and cleaning guidance. And again, this guidance that we received yesterday is grounded in science. And it was medical experts and professionals and all the scientists said this is what we should be doing. As such, as soon as we got the guidance at 11 o'clock, by 1:30 we put it out to the community and said, we're going to follow this. This is no different than we've done since July of last year. We've stuck with the guidance, we've stuck with the recommendations, and we followed it. So currently, our students are able to gather outside. We do our best to keep them 6 feet apart. We try to keep them 6 feet apart and take their masks off. Staff can take their masks off outside if they are 6 feet apart and remain socially distant. This guidance that was released yesterday has since been updated, and one of the concerns that came about was how do you find close contacts at, say, recess? And the guidance that was updated as of 11 o'clock this morning says, while outdoors at recess, close contacts do not have to quarantine. So they're not looking for close contacts outside at recess. At 3 o'clock today, our Board of Health was in a statewide DPH meeting to learn more about that, because recess is one thing, but we have lunch outside and we have phys ed outside. So there are still other outdoor opportunities to have close contact. So again, this is evolving as we go. Certainly it's going in the right direction. The second piece of information up there, specifically about cleaning, it essentially says clean everything once a day. unless you are a high incident community and or school, you need to do multiple cleanings. But the likelihood of surface transmission is so low, once a day is sufficient. So we are not necessarily adjusting any of our protocols right now. So everyone in the community knows we are keeping all of our indoor mitigation strategies in place for the remainder of the year, unless we receive further guidance. The outdoor activities, we're going to follow the guidance and do that. So at this point in the year, it doesn't make sense to say we're going to change our cleaning schedule. We'll run it this way for the rest of the year, and then we'll assess it over the summer and revisit it. So following the science and the context of the data, we will continue to monitor things from the state level. So that's where we are in terms of mask and cleaning updates. Happy to answer any questions about those right now. They're already. Yes?
Update about the MIAA students today?
Yes, they actually voted at 11 o'clock today, and my daughter just played in the game with no mask on. They said all the high school athletes can take the mask off. So they unanimously supported the move, so that was good as well. Thank you. So the next item on the agenda, Mr. Chair, AP, is the MSBA update. It's been very busy. Let's go to the next slide, please. It's been very busy the past month and a half, and it will continue to be busy for the next month and a half, as we're right in the middle of Module 3 feasibility study. You can see in this timeline exactly where we are. It's important to understand that we have 3 options that we're looking at. The first option, next slide please, is the code upgrade option. MSBA requires this. You have to look at what it costs to bring that middle school up to code as is. You cannot take down any walls, it's just bring the whole school up to code. So that's the first option. You don't gain any space by that, obviously. The second option that you have to present is a renovation addition option. This option, I'm sorry, that's the second floor. The renovation addition option is also required by MSBA. So this option right here looks at renovating the current gym and central office area and building a new facility around that. So it's part renovation, mostly addition. And you can see where it falls on the softball field in that manner. Again, this is just one option. This isn't necessarily the final option, but this is a renovation addition option. The third option that you have to have is a new option. You can see in the light green, the old footprint of the middle school there. This is the new option. Let me rephrase that. This is one new option right now. We were on a design meeting this morning at 9 o'clock, and additional new options will be presented to the school building committee tomorrow night. But this one option right here talks about a community space on the left, as you can see in the blue, purple, whatever that is, and orange, and the academic green-yellow area on the right. That actually was presented at the last school building committee community meeting on last Wednesday night. This option is a 3-story option of classroom wings. So you have grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, 3 wings coming off, 1 wing coming off with 3 levels. So there was a lot of discussion about this. We did reach out to the fire chief for input on that. Chief Russell says that the fire department does have an aerial ladder to access 3rd floor and roof, but there are no ground ladders that would reach the 3rd level. The question becomes, in a brand new sprinkler building, is that necessarily a risk worth taking? So that's a conversation piece that's having. I think what the school building committee is going to see tomorrow night are several different 2-story options, just to rule out the 3rd floor option. But this is what was presented to at the community building meeting last week. I think we had 6 residents beyond the school building committee who were present. That video of that presentation by JCJ in left field is available, and I believe it's on the town website at this time. So I encourage parents to please tune in and check that video out. So those are the 3 options right now. As we go to the next slide, this is the important one. So everyone understands what the time frame is. We've just shown 3 options. The school building committee needs to vote on one of those options by June 16th. So we have a meeting tomorrow night. We have a meeting first week in June when we'll actually start to hear some of the numbers and the costs of what the 3 options are. We'll process that. We'll have questions about that. Then at the June 16th meeting, the school building committee is going to say, this is the option we want to pursue. At that point, that option goes out to the MSBA. Once approved there, then you do a whole schematic design on that one option. So the decision between the 3 options happens on June 16th. So it's a very busy time as we approach June 16th. Happy to answer any questions about that. There is a ton of information about all of this on our website. And that's all I have on that.
I'd just like to add one thing to that. So to access the school building committee website, just go to Tyngsborough Public Schools website, and there's a link right there. It's available to the entire community, anybody that wants to access it, everything's there.
Thank you. So, Mr. Chair, 9A under new business, we struck from the agenda, that's going to be postponed to the next meeting?
Yes.
Evaluation. So the last item to talk about on new business is 9B Valley Collaborative Board of Directors appointment. Each year, the Tyngsborough School Committee appoints a representative to sit on the Valley Collaborative Board of Directors. Historically, it's the superintendent. I would say in 100% of the communities right now, it's the superintendent that sits on that board. For those at home who don't know, the Valley Collaborative is a regional special education collaborative which provides special education services for students in the surrounding communities. We are a member of this collaborative with the likes of Chelmsford, Westford, Groton, Dunstable, Tewksbury, Billerica, North Middlesex, and I'm missing somebody, Westford, and Neshoba. So I would just ask that the committee seek a motion to appoint me to the board of directors again.
I will seek a motion to approve Dr. Flanagan's appointment to the Valley Collaborative Board of Directors for FY22.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That carries 7-0-0.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And the last item, just get your calendars out. All of these events are in lieu of the celebratory events that Natalie just announced. So it's a busy time. This upcoming month, we're going to spend a lot of quality time together. It's an exciting time. Looking forward to celebrating our kids. But we also have to negotiate. We have work to do as well. So,
Indeed. Finance, Mr. Messina?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So 11 bill warrants were presented to the committee tonight. I do have them all back approved. In your drive is the list of warrant numbers, accounts, and amounts. For signing of payroll, there were 2 payrolls since we last recognized them. The payroll of April 26th and the payroll of May 10th. In your drive is the list of warrant numbers and amounts for that. Also in your drive is the April 2021 financial package. As always, those are 3 reports: the school committee budget at the end of April, the revolving account balances at the end of April, as well as the student account balances at the end of April. And I will leave the May enrollment to the chair.
Thank you. The elementary school has 762 students. The middle school has 395. The high school has 448 students. There are 22 out-of-district students for a total of 1,627 students. Did you have anything for other?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. School committee discussion. Natalie?
I'm all set, thank you.
I'm all set, thank you very much. Thank you, have a good evening.
I'm all set. Thank you. All set. Thank you.
All set?
I'm all set.
All set.
I gotta say something. It's an exciting time of the year, it really is, and not just at the high school. I think we have the student representative from the high school, so a lot of focus is about seniors and all they have to celebrate this year. But I'm looking forward to celebrating our 8th graders and our 5th graders as well, and their end of the year ceremonies. I'm very pleased and proud of the administrators for prioritizing in-person events and doing everything we can to get families around and celebrate as much as we can. So it's going to be a great time of year. Let's just hope for good weather because everything's outside. But a little rain won't hurt us. So it's going to be a great month and a half as we go through this. Thank you.
When we voted to go back to school full in person on March 15th, one of the things we said is, we need the community to help us to keep the numbers down. And I think we're seeing that. The numbers are trending in the right way. Everything looks good. So, I just want to thank the community for answering that call and helping us to keep the kids in school to finish the year. It means a lot to them. We do have a need for executive session to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining or litigation if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigating position of the public body as declared by the chair. We will return from executive session only to adjourn the regular session meeting. This action requires a roll call vote. Need a motion? I need a
I'll make
motion.
that motion.
I'll second it.
Small?
In favor.
In favor?
In favor?
In favor?
In favor.
Favor.
We are in executive session. Have a good night, everybody.